thing on? Yeah, looks like it. Hey, guys, it's really dark right now, but that's very typical for me. It's 5:40 in the morning right now on September 25th, I think it's September 25th. And today, hopefully, is the filming of my workout video that I promised you for the last month or so. I'm trying not to get the car license plates in the frame right now. Maybe if I walk like this. Yeah. So, I've been meaning to make this video for a while now. I just got really busy at the beginning of September and I didn't have time to make it. But now I have hopefully time to make it. And all I'm going to do is record. Let me just do this. All I'm going to do is record my workout and do voiceover for the exercises I'm doing, kind of explain in the meantime how long I've been doing things and whatnot. So yeah, you'll see like a intermission explanation prior to the workout actually happening. But yeah, here I am filming the workout video, hopefully. So hopefully this is the outfit I'm wearing, and if it isn't, then you'll know that I filmed this earlier and I just filmed the workout later. So yeah, enjoy the video. What's up, guys? My name is MSD. It's what you know me as, Metal Sonic Dude, and this is my workout video introduction. So I've been working out for about 6 years now, but I've been doing calisthenics for roughly 3 years. You've seen some highlights now and some physique goals and whatnot. Yeah, this is a little introduction, just saying I've been working out for 3 years, and also disclaimer, I'm not a professional, so don't take anything that I say as absolute. And yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so you should have seen the intro by now. You should have seen the exposition to how long I've been working out, that whole little collage thing I put together. Now let's actually get into what I do on a Wednesday split. So I'm going to be talking, here it is on this side, I'm going to be talking about each exercise I do on Wednesday. This whole workout takes about an hour, and you'll hear me say that at the end of this video. But yeah, let's just get started here. I'm just going to be scrubbing through. I filmed all of this on my phone, not as professional as I would have liked it to be, but honestly, just getting this first draft out there to see how the people react and see if they want to see more types of content like this and maybe other stuff in the fitness world. We'll see what happens. But yeah, first things first, we've got the tried and true muscle ups. Now, I am a calisthenics athlete, like I mentioned, so muscle ups, kind of my thing, kind of my forte. I typically go for 3 sets of every exercise that I do, and then the reps, they vary between exercise. For muscle ups specifically, I try to hit 8 on my first set, which is right now, and then I probably go between 6 to 8 for the remaining sets. Between 6 to 8 works for me, and that's what I go for. So you can see that my legs are kind of swinging here, but I'm not using them for the sake of momentum. Going to do this a lot in each video. I'm not using them for the sake of momentum. I'm just using them, or they're just kind of like swinging as a byproduct of me going up. I'm not actually kipping with my legs, maybe a little bit towards the end, but I'm really just getting the motion up as I pull myself up on the bar, and then once I flip, because I'm flipping up and I'm doing that motion, my legs go out kind of naturally. Now, if I was super cold, I could do a strict muscle ups without having my legs move really at all, except for a little bit of movement, during the flip. But I consider myself pretty good at muscle ups, so I don't need the kip until like some of my last reps in my final set. But for each exercise, at least in the first part here, I do 2 exercises, 3 sets of each, 3 times. So it's 6 exercises total on the pull-up bar. The next one here, we have leg lifts. Love me some good leg lifts. I try to go for between 10 and 12. I think I hit 11 here. Now these are straight legs, straight to the top of the bar. Sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling, in later sets or maybe on a later day, I'll go for maybe 90-degree leg lifts, where I'll bring up my legs from this position here instead of going all the way up to the bar, and that's good too. I mean, you really have to do whatever you're comfortable with and whatever your body can do. I've been doing this for a while now, so leg lifts like this, they have become an absolute staple in almost every single exercise day. Every single day that I exercise, I'm doing some kind of leg lift. Now, this, I have a better clip, I think later, but if this looks good, then I'm not going to worry about showing that better clip. But that was the first set that I do on the pull-up bar. I do 3 groups of exercises on the pull-up bar on my Wednesday lift. Now this one right here, I don't exactly know the name of it. I've always called it like a floating skull crusher, or like a vertical push-up almost. Now, it's a little difficult on this bar. This isn't the ideal exercise machine for me. I much prefer a straight bar with nothing on the front or the back of it, which gives me room to like move my legs and do other sorts of exercises like this one right here. It was a little difficult to do this with this type of bar, but I ended up getting it to work. Again, I don't know what this is called. If you know what this is called, let me know. I've heard many different names for it, but essentially, you can see me balancing the camera here, the phone here. This is like a floating skull crusher. Now, you can see that I'm not at the top of the bar because I don't need to be. I need to be right below it, and I'm pushing myself back and forth. Now, you'd think that momentum would be helpful here, but it really isn't, because if you're building momentum and using that, you're not going to have as great of form. You want to keep your arms straight as 90 degrees as you possibly can when doing this. This is great for your back. It is tough on the rotator cuff, so if you're not training that and you're not working that, then I do not recommend doing this. You got to have some strong rotator cuffs in order to do this well, and if you don't, I would highly not recommend just jumping into this and seeing if you can do this, because this is one of the toughest things that I do. Again, I've been doing calisthenics for a little over 3 years now. I have more than a basic idea of what I'm doing. I am not a calisthenics like gymnastics teacher or athlete. I'm all self-taught, so of course take what I say with a substantial grain of salt, because I'm just a kid who learned how to do this, you know. But that is my skull crusher, one of my favorite things to do. And then here, I kind of switch it up from time to time. I wanted to do some like staircase leg lifts here, and what those are is essentially just floating in the air and doing 90-degree leg lifts while pretending like you're climbing stairs. These are great for core. Obviously, most of my workout, as you can see, is core related, especially with the pull-up bar. And yeah, I kind of like to have a little fun on my 4th exercise here, and the stair leg lift thing is just something that I've kind of picked up over time. I'm not super great at it. I can go up higher, but I didn't want to do that because it's kind of the same thing as doing the leg lifts. And yeah, I do that from time to time. Sometimes I switch it up and do just like knee raises or whatnot. But yeah, those are like the fake stair leg lifts. This is the clip I was talking about earlier where I had like a better view of the inverted, or of the vertical push-up, or the floating skull crusher. Again, didn't really need to show this because the other one was just fine. And yeah, we're moving on to the final set here on the pull-up bar. This is the muscle up with the dips. So I keep pressing this. I guess it doesn't really matter. Yeah, so my final set here for the pull-up bar, the first exercise is a muscle up, and then I'm following that muscle up by doing 20 or so dips. Now, the framing here looks like I'm not going down at all, but I can assure you that the bend of my elbows, I make sure when I do dips that I am bending all the way down and I'm going all the way back up once I dip. So again, the framing here, not great. Would have been way better if it was in a different environment, but it is what it is. Now, instead of just showing you a different clip, I just set this up, hopefully, right, past me, trying to get it in the right angle. Yeah, and there we go. So the final thing I do here is called a front lever. So I couldn't do it on that other bar because there was something behind me, but I can do it on this bar. Now, a front lever is essentially a planche, but instead of pushing, you're pulling and you're holding yourself up. Let me show that one more time. So again, from this angle, it doesn't really look like the most impressive thing in the world, but I am horizontal right now, and I can hold it for a good bit of time if I'm cold. And if you don't know what being cold means, it means you haven't worked out at all, like you just finished stretching. That's your first exercise. Now, doing this at the end of my workout, obviously the intent is to hold it for as long as I can, but I typically get, maybe 3 seconds out of this hold. But the point is just doing it over and over and ensuring that I don't lose the ability to do it. That's kind of the idea with the front lever here. And yeah, I hold it for a decent bit there, and yeah, I keep doing the thumbs up because I didn't know know if I was going to cut those out in post or not. So then we move on to being away from the bar, and we're going to do some curls. I typically curl with 30s, but if I can't have 30 or I don't have a 30 available, 25, 27.5 also works just fine. Slow and steady wins the race here. You don't want to curl too fast because then you're not getting that full flexion of the bicep muscle. You want to go as slow as you can, but also not too slow. Depending on what you're doing, you can go really slow as long as it's very controlled. That works great too. I do that with hammer curls sometimes, just going super slow. But for just normal bicep curls, I typically go at a moderate speed here. And then again, I just move the camera down because the next thing I do, I don't exactly know what these are called as well, but I've been doing them for a while. It's almost like a diamond push-up, but my hands are not together. You'll see here that I just go down and I go right back up. This is killer for the triceps. This is one of the most amazing tricep exercises I have ever done, and I continue to do it to this day. Again, the framing makes it look like my elbows are not hitting the ground, but I assure you that they are. It is just the framing of it. I'm telling you that the back of my elbows are hitting the ground. It's just the shadow there that's making it look like they're not. So then we move on here. I do some shoulder raises. That's right after I do my 3 sets of the curls and the, tricep push-ups, basically. Do some shoulder raises. Again, 25 to 30 is what I rock with here. I have kind of a bum right shoulder, not like bum like it's injured. It's just always been a little weaker because I did break this arm like 10 years ago, and it never felt the same when exercising and stuff like that. So it was always a little different. And then right after I do some, shoulder shrugs, I actually go for, you'll see in a second here, I do a little dance because I'm cute. Pistol squats. Yeah, I almost fell on that one, but yeah, I do pistol squats. So if you're like, he doesn't train legs, yeah, I do train legs a little bit on Wednesday. Wednesday just isn't my leg day. Leg day for me is Monday. And then I do chest and upper body on Friday. But yeah, I do get some pistol squats in on Wednesday. I just like pistol squats a lot. I think they're super fun, and I enjoy them quite a bit. So then this right here, this is the last part of my exercise for Wednesday. I finish off with a nice little core circuit. I call this 8, 9, 10 because I do 8 sets, or 8 reps of the first one, 9 reps of the second one, and 10 reps of the third one. So 8, 9, 10 is the exercise here. This is all core. This is like, it's not exactly toe touches. It's more of like a V up. This is really a V up. This is the second set of the 3 that I do here. Again, everything I do 3 sets of. And if you confuse me saying like, oh, this is my second set, it's just my second exercise. So yeah, that's my second set here. And then this is number 3, which I go for 10 of. Now these, man, they're killer. You should see my hands here. I'm kind of like grasping for some reason. I'm just doing that so I don't use them for momentum. I'm just like keeping them straight so I don't use them to propel myself. I'm just trying to keep them out so I don't like force myself to push them up, and that gets me higher. You can see I do that a little bit at the end here. And then to finish off, I do a little web swing, and then kaboom, kip up, because that's pretty cool. We like a good kip up. So yeah, that is everything. That is everything I do in a Wednesday split workout. You'll see a clip of me at the end of this video talking about just summarizing everything I've already said here, basically. And yeah, so let's transition over to that right now. Yeah, there we go, guys. That is my workout video. This was my Wednesday split. I have a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday split. I go to the gym 3 times a week, and then I exercise in my room on Tuesday and Saturday, just like some stretching and conditioning stuff. So I'd like to say I really work out 4 times a week. But I do have different splits for Monday and Friday. Monday, I typically focus on lower body, legs, and stuff like that at the end of my workout. And then on Friday, I focus on chest, upper body towards the end of my workout. Every day for me is pretty much a circuit, and Wednesday specifically is like a circuit. It's not exactly full body because there's not a focus on chest or legs or, lower and upper. It's kind of an all-around thing. But Monday for sure and Friday for sure, there are focuses on those parts for legs and chest. So catching my breath here. I typically work out for like an hour, hour 15, really depends. Friday, usually my shortest day, and then Wednesday, which was today, typically my longest day.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to drop me a like, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you want to see more fitness content, anything like calisthenics, me trying to teach you how I learned calisthenics moves like the muscle up, front lever, kip up, stuff like that, please let me know. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.